Hello YouTube, this is Golby Yu-Gi-Oh here, and this is part 4 of my beginner's guide to Dark Souls 3. And at the start of this episode, we're, as you see, in Firelink Shrine, the main hub of the game, where we teleported to the High Wall of Lothric from, and we're going to meet the first of our few NPCs. Well, I guess it's the second, counting the Firekeeper.
Well,
I'm just going to skip his dialogue. I don't really want to spoil too much, although he doesn't do that anyways. But what we're going to do is reinforce our flask, which will give us an extra use. And then we're going to make it so that all 5 of our flasks are healing ones instead of mana ones. Because we're not really using our mana that often, which is called FP in this game. But I'll call it the mana bar, you know, for the sake of everyone understanding what I'm talking about. We can reinforce a weapon, so I'm going to do that for the rapier because, well, it's our weapon of choice right now. Not for much longer, but it is for now. So I'm going to reinforce it twice, and I may be able to infuse it. Well, let's see our options. We've only the raw option, which isn't really that much extra damage, and is quite costly. 800 souls isn't tons, but it's not cheap for something that does so little. We're going to be doing nothing else here, really. Yeah, I guess that's it for here, and we're going to return to the High Wall of Lothric, which is the first bonfire, and we did unlock a shortcut at the end of the last part, so we're going to go to through the shortcut, but we're going to clear the area to the right of the first bonfire, which we did not clear and we skipped earlier on, simply because I knew, with hindsight, that we'd be coming back there and looping around. Obviously, I wouldn't expect anyone else who hasn't played the game before to know that, but I guess if you're watching this video, you either have played the game and know yourself, or you're a new player and you don't mind learning this information without experiencing it, which is perfectly fine. Honestly, blind playthroughs are okay, but it's really up to you, whatever you prefer. I like sometimes, just, knowing a bit about a game before I go in. Other times I like going in blind. Personal preference, depends on the game. Okay, got the first dog down without much trouble. We do want to go up here, though, and check around. No, there's nothing up there. I don't know what I expected to be up there, but I'd almost expect there to be an item, even though I know there's not. The rapier is quite good. I think it has an extra bit of critical damage as well, which is nice. I do like the Sellsword Twin Blades, except I don't like being defenseless in my playstyle. I do like a bit of defense, which, I don't know, I guess that's personal preference too. Gotta be careful and back off here. As you can see, it does quite a lot of damage, but the firebombs do a lot of damage to it. Now, I am going to Ember instead of running back to the bonfire, because this will give us some health advantage for the boss we will be fighting in this episode. We're going to clear off some of the leftover enemies, like this one here. Not that you need to, I'm just choosing to. They give souls, why not kill them? And sometimes they can even drop fading souls, which are an item that give you 50 more souls. So instead of 30 souls for the kill, you get 80 when you consume them. Okay, over here, we've got some more enemies. Oh, almost forgot about that guy. But you can drop down here and then do a plunging attack on this guy right here. So if you want to do that extra damage, you should do that. Oh, we missed. And we got killed. Well, we didn't die, but we got attacked quite viciously. Oh, you gotta back off. This guy's pretty tough. Although that jumping attack does allow us to do a backstab, which for him is pretty darn unfortunate, because now he's got advantage of, hitting him again when he gets back up. And that's it really for these items here. We're gonna go down this elevator to this shortcut we unlocked. And yeah, we'll get to face some of the more of the Lothric Knights before we get a banner and before we fight the boss. I will summon, but I will not summon phantoms on. In fact, I've online turned off, because you may not have the privilege when you're playing through this game to use online, phantoms. And if you can't use those online phantoms, you might say, well, what the hell is the point of this guide when you can use phantoms and I can't? Surely that's not going to be helping me much at all. But I will use occasionally the white NPC phantoms that everyone who owns the game has access to. They only appear when you're embered. I'm gonna kill this douche. He just keeps following me around. But everyone does have access to them when they're embered, and I will not be using them for this boss fight. I just want them to so I can conserve health until I get to the boss fight from these guys right here. So bait them over one at a time. Be careful. Albert is really strong. He doesn't have a lot of health, unlike the Phantoms in Dark Souls 2, but that's okay. They do drop very good armor, but not very useless for a player like me who's going to be using the lighter sets of armor in the game. Oh wow, that got me off guard. Oh. I usually have a lot less trouble with these knights than it appears I'm having now. Although I guess I'm not really using my shield to... Ooh, that's a nice item. To its full advantage, you know? I'm not taking the shield. Taking advantage of the shield, I should say. I'm getting my words mixed up because I'm getting confused. Because I'm a noob. So Albert should take some of this aggro off me. But it seems he's being pretty useless right now. I don't know why. There we go. He does need to hit him, I think, to register in that he's in the fight. Get the backstab. There we go. I wouldn't recommend fighting this guy solo because he's just an absolute pain and can one-hit a player. Especially when he's buffed, but he's just really aggressive. Oh, he's after me now. There we go. Refined gem. That is a quality weapon gem, so that makes your weapon do less base damage, but more scaling with strength and dex. So as soon as you get past like 20 strength, 20 dex, it'll do way more damage for your weapon. It's quite amazing. So she gives us two items. She gives us the banner that will help us get to the undead settlement, but she also gives us the Way of Blue Covenant item, which is something that summons phantoms to help you when you get invaded by another player in PvP. Quite useful, although not so much for me because I'm not really online, plus I don't really like being the one that needs help in PvP. I like being the person who either invades or helps people being invaded. Okay, I want Albert to die here, so I'm letting him fight the knight solo in hopes he will die because I want to fight the boss alone. Otherwise, I can easily go back to the winged knight up here and let him fight solo. Rest in peace, Albert, I guess. It feels kind of bad making him die like that, but I have no choice. Oh, he's just healing up. Jeez. Oh, wow. This is actually a really good duel. From an entertainment standpoint. Oh wow, I think Albert's gone. Although he might get him come back. Nah. I guess not. Did I pick up the weapon up here? I think I did. It is a halberd, I believe. Okay. So we go through here. Kill this guy waiting to ambush you. He's got a crossbow. And we're actually going to skip these two guys here because they're not really worth our time. They just turtle behind their shields. So you can kill them really easily because they really just don't attack you. But they're very much irritating when you do fight them. And quickly, before I get to those roots up there, which will initiate the boss fight, I do want to apply this buff to my weapon. That's the lightning resin we picked up earlier. It's going to help us quite a lot. We'll skip the boss cutscene. As I said, I don't want to really spoil anything to do with, you know, like... Well, it's not that, I just want to save time as well. Oh wow, he's kicking my ass already. Boss confirmed hardest. Gotta be careful with these running attacks. I don't know how he's hitting me there, but okay. And easy mode. Okay, that's Vordt, the Knight of the Boreal Valley. He's defeated. We get his soul, which we can use to gain more souls, which are currency in the game, obviously, or we can transpose it into a boss weapon later in the game. Actually, very soon in the next area, we get an item that lets one of the NPCs in Firelink turn those souls into weapons for us. And yeah, let's get to the undead settlement. Again, we're going to be skipping the cutscenes. Really, it's a double-edged well, it's a two-part thing, really, because I kind of want to skip the cutscenes to save time, but also I kind of want people kind of to experience those really cool intro cinematics for themselves. But either way, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 4 of my beginner's guide to Dark Souls 3. And yeah, that was Vordt of the Boreal Valley, and next up is the Undead Settlement part 1, maybe? I'm not sure. Either way, guys, thank you for watching, and peace out.